If you're at all interested in a different version of a similar story as this movie, check out The Stranger. It's very different in how it does the story, but the same general concept is the same. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to be talking about the film Demolition. This film stars Jake Gyllenhaal as a guy who has his wife die in a car accident. Doesn't have her die, but she dies in a car accident. And as a result, he doesn't really feel anything as a result of it, and he realizes that he never really loved or cared about his wife. And it's this guy's exploration of his own self, and made for a very interesting movie for the most part. The movie starts out with him after his wife has died, and he is sending these letters to this vending machine company because he tried to buy a pack of M&Ms, and then the vending machine did not work, and so he's writing these letters, and he's basically monologuing his own life towards the beginning of the movie, just the various things that he's experiencing, and he starts to notice just little things about his environment and about the world around him that he did not notice earlier, and as a result, he keeps taking things apart and trying to figure out how things work, and he eventually tries to do that metaphorically for himself. He tries to dismantle himself and figure out what is wrong with him, essentially. Part of this comes as a result of him meeting Naomi Watts. She is a representative of the vending company. She starts to meet up with him, and they start to form a relationship, more of a friendship. They never do anything sexual or anything like that, but they have this friendship together, and they're trying to kind of help each other out as a result. And one of the things that he does is he forms a friendship and a good, healthy relationship with her son, played by Judah Lewis. And he's this troubled kid. He gets in trouble at school because he speaks out a lot about things that he believes in, and they form a very interesting bond. And that was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, seeing Jake Gyllenhaal bond with this kid, this 15-year-old kid, and just seeing them begin to do things. And he becomes basically a father figure for this kid who has no one else to really turn to, and no one else who would really respect him like that. And I thought that Jake Gyllenhaal did a fantastic job in this movie. He's a great actor. He has just hit the ball out of the park for a number of different movies nowadays. The film itself isn't terribly interesting about midway through. It seems to lose its focus a little bit and gets a little bit weird. It does regain that focus, and it got me back into it in the last half hour or so, but it just seemed to go in a weird direction about an hour into the movie. And I was a little bit worried that it was going to just lose its way and just kind of go down this really strange route and deviate from the main tone that it had set in the beginning. That said, I really enjoyed Davis's character arc. Davis is the person that Jake Gyllenhaal plays. His character is very interesting because it is definitely something that you see change throughout the course of this film. He's a very different person from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, and that is made evident, and the course is very laid out clearly, and I thought that it worked really, really well, and as a result, the ending finishes very, very strongly. I really enjoyed where it went with these characters, with his relationship with Naomi Watts' kid. I thought that it just worked really, really well, because there's an interaction between the two of them in a store which happens. I won't spoil it in case you're going to see it, because it's a very cool scene, and I think it really speaks to how close they become throughout the course of the film, in that this conversation happens, and I really enjoyed that scene. I thought it worked really, really well, and it helped to kind of form the course in the movie. I will say that it is a little bit predictable in regards to how it's going to go. Like I said, there's not really a relationship which happens, but you do kind of generally see where this film is going to go in regards to Gyllenhaal's character arc, because it wouldn't really work that well if it didn't go any other way. But everything else in this film I didn't really see coming. I watched it as a movie, and I thought I enjoyed it for the most part. It's definitely not a film for everyone, just because, like I said, it does lose people about halfway through. It almost lost me halfway through. But it finishes strong. It sets it up very, very well at the beginning, and I found myself interested for the large majority of this movie. So, guys, those are my thoughts on Demolition. Definitely check it out if you're interested, and if it's in the theater near you. It didn't do terribly well this weekend, and I think there was only one other person in the theater when I went to see it at 2:15. And so, yeah, I definitely say check this out if you have the opportunity. Jake Gyllenhaal does a really good job, and I think it's well worth your time. Those are my thoughts on Demolition. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.